The Saints and the Vikings kick off the preseason Friday night at 7. Ricardo LeCamp and I collaborated on 5 guys to watch. Drew Brees will not be on this list. It's a preseason game. We start at number 5 with running back Dewayne Washington. Now, he would be higher on this list, except we don't know how much he'll play Friday night. But with Mark Ingram gone, we both believe Washington has a chance to play a significant role in the Saints' offense this season.
Of course, Latavius Murray is a second option, but he isn't like Mark Ingram. So Dewayne Washington is that between the tackles runner that the Saints need to kind of carry those types of carries this upcoming season. So I think Dewayne Washington can play a role in that regard.
At 4, rookie safety Juan Hampton. He's been terrific all camp, and if Hampton can show he can keep it up in the preseason, he could earn snaps on the Saints' defense in the regular season, and he's pushing the current starter.
Marcus Williams, who's been the starting free safety for the Saints the last 2 years, really hasn't been challenged at the position. It's pretty much been handed to him that he is going to be the starting safety for the Saints. Now you've got a rookie, Juan Hampton, who's actually pushing him. So in this regard, this could actually help Marcus Williams. And if Marcus Williams doesn't end up being the guy that the Saints think, then you have Juan Hampton, who's been making plays so far. He could eventually be that guy if that happens to be the case.
At 3, Rummel Raider Cyril Grayson. Now, Grayson has already given himself a great chance to stick around, either on the 53-man roster or the practice squad. He has 4 NCAA sprinting gold medals, so he brings elite speed, but he might have to show that what he's done in practice can translate to a game.
We know that he's got spectacular speed. He's got the tools that the Saints can work with. Now it's just a matter of going out against other competition and doing that.
And that's a good point, because Grayson didn't play college football. He has to show he can be a player in an actual football game. Now, number 2 is center Eric McCoy. We expect he will get significant snaps Friday. And through 2 weeks of camp, you definitely get the feeling the Saints want McCoy to win the job.
I think everybody's already kind of figured and penciled him in as a starting center on opening night. I don't think that's going to be the case just yet, but he is getting the first team snaps right now in training camp. And despite Cameron Tom and Nick Easton both getting reps there as well, it looks like it's McCoy's job to lose. And so far, he hasn't done anything to hand that job to somebody else.
True, but he also hasn't shown he can do it in a game yet. So when he's in, keep an eye on McCoy. And number 1 should be pretty obvious. It's backup quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. The other day at camp, Sean Payton raved about Bridgewater. And remember, back in March, he made Bridgewater the highest paid backup in the NFL. And that's meaningful.
Yeah, if you're going to put an investment on a backup quarterback like that, you better think that he's not only going to be able to contribute in case Drew Brees goes down, but he can potentially be your future.
And I think part of the present. Last season, Sean Payton invented an offensive package for Taysom Hill. Do not be surprised if there's a Teddy Bridgewater package this season.
If you're going to pay that much money to have Teddy Bridgewater as your backup, and just have him ride the pine for all 16 games, I would find that kind of hard to believe. I think he's going to kind of implement him in some fashion. Maybe have him and Taysom Hill on the field at the same time. Maybe him and Drew Brees on the field. I wouldn't put it past him to find some creative way to get Teddy Bridgewater on the field in some sort of package this season.
Bridgewater, McCoy, Grayson, Hampton, and Washington, 5 guys to keep an eye on Friday night.